was here in Taiwan. I bought the phone on Shopee, but when it arrived, it was just like a box of
诈骗犯罪满地开花，面对五花八门的诈骗剧本，各国民众都是如何对付的呢？
Can you tell me about the common scams in your country?
Actually, this is quite common. 网络上蛮常看到人分享这样，就是在车站跟你要个车票钱这样。
Phone calls, emails, different things like that. Payday loans.
I would say the biggest way that people probably get scammed is through phone calls. You get a phone call saying it's your bank, they need a certain type of information from you, and then you just never do that, like never give it out. Common scams, like bank scams.
There are a few companies in the States. Some people will call it like multi-level marketing. Personally, I feel like it's kind of a scam. I think Herbalife is like that. There's a lot of different companies.
I've heard of some people getting robbed, about people breaking into their houses, stealing their cars. They usually do that if you leave valuables like in your car, and they peep into your windows to see if you have anything of value in your car. If they see anything of value, they'll just take the car. Either that or they'll smash your windows to take anything in the car, so we just have to be careful.
What's the most ridiculous scam you were meeting?
Oh, so it actually happened to me. It was here in Taiwan. I bought the phone on Shopee, but when it arrived, it was just like a box of tissues. It wasn't a phone, it was just a box of tissues.
In Taiwan? So you live in Taiwan?
I do, I live here. I think I lost like 5,000 NT, but 7-Eleven offered to give me the money back since I got scammed.
It's very unfortunate. It's usually from like high hundreds to low thousands.
The price is not very much, but it's not very low, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you're lower income, it's a lot, right?
昏倒。
帮我分享一下你被诈骗的故事吗？
都刚来台北工作，就觉得有人有需要，就想说给他钱，然后发现他跟你要完他要的金额之后，他会再要更多，然后我就觉得不太对劲，就是已经也超出那个车票钱了。那时候有点心地太善良，比较天真一点。
And this happened to me. Sometimes you order something online and then they send you and they tell you, oh, your delivery is blocked. So pay €1. You put your card details and then you pay because you think, okay, I need my package. But it happens to many people.
Oh my God.
This is a really bad scam and it happens very often in Italy.
I had a friend here actually. She works in the medical field. She had somebody that she was working with convince her that there was like this business opportunity to sell some sort of cosmetic products, buy all the product yourself, and then you have to resell it. And after she had got all the product and she was like ready to start selling, the person just completely disappeared. You can't contact them, can't find them. And now you basically just have all of this stuff that you really can't get rid of. So she lost quite a bit of money.
Do you know how much money she lost?
I think it was like maybe like 30万.
A travel scam is common where we are going abroad, right? So have you ever experienced like that?
People trying, I don't know if it's a scam, if people try to like rip you off, whatever. People try to lie to you about how much something costs, or it doesn't really cost that much. Some easy money off of someone who doesn't really know.
I've seen people trying, I just keep walking and just don't interact with them, and then I don't get scammed.
What they do to scamming?
They try to sell like bracelets, they put bracelets around your arm, and then they say it's for free, and then they keep asking for money and that kind of thing. You just say no and just walk away, that kind of things. Or also cabs that don't look like official cabs, and they try like take you all around the city, but you pay way too much.
Do you have any tips that you can avoid being scammed?
I mean, you can do some research about the scam, because I'm going to Shanghai now and I need to take a cab. And I did some research, and there's a lot of scammy cabs at the airport, but there's one line of cabs that are official airport cabs, and I'm just gonna take those cabs and not take the other cabs.
Egypt is very terrible with scams. Like someone will come and they'll be like dressed up as, I don't know, something, and then they'll like say, oh, do you want to take a picture with me? And then they'll just demand that you pay for taking a picture with them. It happens not just in Egypt, but in other countries as well. I mean, it hasn't really happened to me. I haven't had any very negative experiences traveling, but yeah, a lot of people have.
For now, I didn't. I try to be very careful because in Europe we are used to it. So when I go abroad, I try to be very careful with everything, even the people that talk to you.
So do you have any tips to just don't let you in that situation?
Okay, so maybe for Taiwanese, I know Taiwan is a very, very safe country. So if you go to America or Europe, just try to be very careful, even the people that talk to you. And then try to look at your belongings, like check it every time. Don't trust anyone. Literally don't trust anyone.
No.
What do you want to shout at the scammer on the camera?
I would say some really bad words in English, which is you, but yeah, something like that.
That they're probably going after good people that are pretty similar to their children and their parents. Probably don't, it's not really cool.
Stop it.
好自为之，做人要有底线。
Get your own money, leave our hard-working people money alone.
Especially the elders.
Especially the older people. That's what I say.
Just stop doing it.
Why are you scamming people? Get an honest job, Like, why are you taking people's hard-earned money? That's just what I want to say, yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna have a little bit of sympathy for the scammers. I think most of the people who are in the situation where they're doing scams, things probably aren't going so well for them in life. But also, it is what it is. People gotta eat. So maybe stop